unpleasant emotions feel really bad. They feel intense, they feel overwhelming, they feel downright awful. And we just don't want to feel them. I get it. We want to push them away. We want to shove them down. We want to not have to feel this way. But if we do this, we allow our negative emotions to control us, to trap us. They last longer than they need to. And we end up experiencing these emotions over and over and over again. So I want to share 3 mistakes that you need to avoid so that you don't end up trapped and controlled by these negative, unpleasant emotions. Firstly, don't blame other people for how you feel. I get it. It feels like someone did this, I feel this way, and therefore it's their fault. It's totally understandable. But other people do things to you and they are responsible for their actions, totally, completely responsible for how they behave. But your emotion is a response to their actions and they are not responsible for your response. You are responsible for that response. You are responsible for how you feel when they act a certain way. So don't go blaming other people for how you feel. It just is so limiting when we think, oh, this is this other person's fault because they did this and now I feel terrible and they're a bad person. It's just really disempowering and it takes away our ability to take control of our emotions. And I've got a whole video on how to stop blaming people that you might want to watch after this one. But understanding that we just simply can't keep blaming other people for how we are feeling. That keeps us trapped. Also, we can't require other people to change their behavior. This follows on from the last point. If other people are to blame for how we feel, then of course we want them to change their behavior. You did this, I felt that way, therefore you need to act differently. The trouble with this is when we require other people to change in order that we feel better, in order that we don't have to feel these awful emotions, we're not actually dealing with what's going on. We're pushing it down the track. We're just deferring it. We're saying, I don't want to feel this way. I want to feel better, therefore you have to change. But at some point, someone is going to do something down the track that brings up that same emotion in us. All we're doing is deferring, dealing with this. We're not actually solving the underlying problem here. The other issue is that we are giving those people our power. We are saying to them, in order for me to feel good, you have to be this way, or the world has to be this way, or the outside circumstances around me have to be like this before I can feel good. And we are giving our power away. And I don't know about you, but I don't want to give anyone or anything else that power. I want to be the one in charge of my experience. I want to be the one deciding how I feel. And so we need to stop asking other people and circumstances to change in order that we can feel better. And thirdly, we can't keep dumping our emotions on the people around us. We have to stop dumping all the stuff that's going inside of us on the people around us. Firstly, this can damage our relationship with those people. It can really affect our relationship with ourselves when we are just wildly spewing these emotions on everything and everyone around us. And it doesn't feel good. Ultimately, we're giving these emotions more energy by spewing them out into the world. We are giving these emotions energy and they last longer than they need to. And I've got a guide with some tips on self-regulation that can help bring you back to a more centered place when you are having this kind of experience. So what do we do instead? If we don't want to fall into these traps, we don't want to make these mistakes and let our emotions control us, what can we do instead? Well, firstly, we need to sit with our emotions. We need to actually feel our emotions. And I know that's the last thing we want to do in these situations because these emotions feel bad. We don't want to feel them. We want to push them away. We want to shove them down. We want to make it other people's fault. We want to do anything we can to not feel them. But the trouble is that when we do that, we are resisting these feelings. We are resisting these emotions. And when we resist them, they perpetuate, they persist. We keep having to feel these emotions because we're not actually allowing ourselves to experience them. And that's what we have to do. We have to do the opposite of what we want to do. We have to actually sit with these feelings and allow them. And I've got a simple 4-step process outlined in a different video that you might want to check out that takes you through a way that you can start to sit with these feelings when they come up so they don't overwhelm you, so they don't feel so terrible. because feeling a feeling doesn't actually harm us. It just feels like it's going to harm us. And so we need to get comfortable with being uncomfortable and feeling these feelings so that we can get the value out of those experiences. Secondly, we need to understand that emotions are just information. That's it, nothing else. As human beings, we are meaning-making machines. We have these feelings and we make up stories about what they mean, about us, about the people around us, about the situations we're in. And these stories keep us trapped. We need to understand that these emotions are just information. We have in us an amazing guidance system that says to us when we are off track, when we are out of alignment, or when we're in alignment and we're on the right track. When we feel these negative emotions, all it means is that what we are currently thinking or doing or how we are being in the world in that moment is out of alignment with our highest and best selves, with what our higher self, our soul knows that we are capable of. We are just simply off track. It's just information. That's all it is. I've got a video that goes into even more detail about how our emotions provide us with this information that you might want to check out. And thirdly, when we have these feelings, we need to grasp this opportunity. We need to see it as an opportunity, and we need to grasp the opportunity with both hands. Because if we can sit with these feelings and actually experience them, if we can understand the message that they're trying to give us, it is such a golden opportunity to heal, to release, to grow, to learn, to figure out what matters to us, what needs to change. And if we don't do that, if we push these emotions away, we waste that opportunity and we have to go through this again some other day. So in that moment when we're feeling these awful emotions, it is such a priceless opportunity to go, okay, what's this telling me? What can I get out of this? How can I use this information to improve my experience going forward? How can I grow and move past this so I never have to feel this emotion again? So now you know some of the mistakes that you can make that allow you to end up being trapped and controlled by your emotions. And you've got some strategies that can help you avoid that feeling of being trapped by emotions, of being controlled, of being overwhelmed and perpetuating these unpleasant experiences. But if you find yourself stuck in your head, thinking about things that are going on, being very intellectual about it, but not actually feeling or experiencing what's going on for you, then you might want to watch this video next. Got questions? Comment below and I'll see you in the next one.